day is dawning, a day of truly holistic health, vitality, and well-being. A time of energizing our very cells and maximizing the life force of our bodies. This presentation is the key to letting that light into your life. So let's peel back the blinders and look at a totally new model of human health, the new biology. Working from decades of exhaustive research, my own as well as the works of early ignored pioneers, it's all about balance and bringing your body back into balance. This discovery you are seeing is the foundation of the new biology. The cell here is actually changing from one form to another, or pleomorphism. The cell is actually changing into bacteria and then into yeast. It turns out the deciding factor on what the blood cell becomes is its environment, or the quality of the blood it's in. And what controls the environment? How we eat, think, and live. When you sit on the couch and watch a video, what snack do you prefer? Maybe you are eating it right now. Is soda pop the beverage you choose at a restaurant? Do you rely on coffee to wake you up in the morning? When watching football, is a six-pack of beer a must? Are breads and pastas your main supply of food? Do you think you ate a healthy meal because it was low fat? Is counting calories your method of weight loss? Do you consider green food for rabbits only? I think you might answer yes to more than one of those questions. You could probably also say yes to a few other things like fatigue, diabetes, obesity, cancer, heart problems, allergies, acne, yeast infections, stomach pain, and the list goes on and on. While you might enjoy your soda, you want a way out of feeling the way you do and of gaining the weight you're gaining. And you probably hear from doctors, you just need that right pill that will fix everything. You turn around and your neighbor tells you, if you want to lose weight, you need to count calories and have a chart on your wall. Like most of us, you've tried all those things and are still suffering from a number of aches and pains and weight gains. So you give up and say, this is how life must be when you get older? That, my friends, is wrong. The Surgeon General declared in 1988, for adult Americans who do not smoke and do not drink excessively, one personal choice seems to influence long-term health prospects more than any other: what we eat. In fact, we are actually what we eat. Let me show you what the choice to eat a potato chip does. After the food we eat is processed by our stomach, it goes into the small intestine, where it is absorbed and transformed into red blood cells. These blood cells then head for those torn muscles you have from the yard work you did and replace the torn tissue. So now you have potato chip muscles. See, we truly are what we choose to eat. So what are we eating? For the rest of this presentation, I want you to forget all your old training. I want you to forget calories, forget fat grams, hormone levels, blood sugar, and all the other markers of health you're used to hearing. Because it turns out that the single measurement most important to your health is the pH of your blood and tissues, or how acidic or alkaline it is. The real enemy? Over-acidity. This presentation will teach you a new way of eating, living, and thinking that will help you create an alkaline balance in your body. And all you need to do to reclaim your internal health and bring your body back into balance is eat 80% alkaline foods, which are mostly the raw greens, and focus on some fundamental nutritional supplements. But before we get into how to make this new biology work for you, let me show you why this works. The human body is in a constant state of trying to maintain balance. We're probably familiar with a basic one, our body temperature. It must be maintained at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. If our temperature goes up just 5 degrees, we get incredibly sick. If it goes up or down 12 degrees, we would die. So our body does a great deal to preserve that 98.6 degree balance. We sweat, we turn food into heat energy, and even some detrimental things to other parts of our body to maintain it. The balance between acid and alkaline in our blood is equally as important. It is measured on a scale scientists call the pH scale. It is measured between 1 and 14, 7 being neutral, above 7 base or alkaline, and below 7 acid. To make the chemistry simple, bases or alkalinity cancel out acid. In the blood, however, it takes 20 times as much base to neutralize any given amount of acid. Our blood is ideally maintained at 7.365 pH or mildly alkaline. If it gets out of balance, our insides would look like the trees in Denali, Alaska after an acid rainstorm. The acid rain occurs from an imbalance in nature. Excessive acid in our bodies would do the same to us. It simply cannot be allowed. Fortunately, all of our regulatory systems work on trying to neutralize acid, but at a price. Stripping minerals and vitamins from other organs and tissue to help neutralize the acid and keep it in check, taking our whole body out of balance. The kicker is, overacidity is something we do to ourselves thanks to the choices we make with our lifestyle, especially our diet. Now, most of us eat simply what was taught to us, or what is convenient, or is somehow in alignment with the supposed food pyramid, which focuses on breads and pastas, both highly acidic foods. In other words, a very sad diet, or what we call the standard American diet, with its highest nutrient value being acid. Now, if the load of acid becomes too much, excess acid is dumped into the tissues and organs for storage, and the immune system and lymphatic system, or the vacuum cleaner of the human body, get overworked trying to deal with the excess acid. Now, getting acid out of the tissue and organs means dumping back into the bloodstream, which in turn sends it back into the tissue. Vicious cycle. This sets the stage for chronic sickness such as acne, boils, soreness, fatigue, headaches. One of the ways the body tries to protect itself from the damage of acid is by storing the excess in the fatty tissue like the breasts, hips, and thighs. Now you can see why that weight won't come off. Your body is actually using the fat to save your life. So being overweight is really a matter of being overacidic. But there is another horrible effect of an overacidic system. It creates an internal environment where your red blood cells are converted into bacteria, yeast, and then mold. Ironically, we drink coffee on the SAD diet to wake us up in the morning. Coffee, being an extremely acidic beverage, will actually do just the opposite. These red blood cells are converted into bacteria and then yeast, which take advantage of your body's weaker areas, poisoning and overworking them. These yeast and fungus live on your body's glucose and use your fats and proteins for growth. They are literally eating you alive. We are not only victimized by the bacteria and yeast, but by their poisonous excrement or mycotoxins and exotoxins, which pollute our bloodstream and the inside of our cells, further polluting the system. The kids get it the worst. With their high sugar diets and weaker immune systems, the damage to them is much more, and they don't even know it. Many of the common symptoms of overacidity, like allergies, are just blown off as normal. Mom, who can't seem to lose weight, even though she is counting every calorie. Or dad, who can't stay awake at work and simply chalks it up to him needing more sleep.
Hey, what's going on in here?
So ironically, he just drinks more coffee to help stay awake. What about Johnny, whose doctor says he's just an ADD kid? He'll grow out of it, as they hand you a pill to calm him down. All of these seemingly normal problems are really just expressions of an overacidic and bacterial yeast-filled system. Why shouldn't they be?
With our organs and tissues fermenting and our bodies being robbed, while it desperately tries to stay afloat, no wonder it's having countless problems, and those common ones are just the beginning. These microorganisms and their acidic waste contribute to a huge list of symptoms, such as heart disease, diabetes, cancer, osteoporosis, lupus, fatigue, acne, mood swings, heartburn, dizziness, bladder infections, joint pain, asthma, water retention, irritability, allergies, insomnia, vaginal yeast infections, over and underweight, and the list goes on and on and on. Not to mention that overall bad feeling that makes each day feel like we never really woke up all the way. You know the feeling. In the end, there is truly only one sickness, one disease, and therefore only one cure. So what is the one cure? It's the new biology, a new way of living, thinking, and eating that will change your internal environment and bring your body back to a healthy state of balance.
Think of your body as the fish tank. Imagine your cells and organs, the fish bathed in fluids, including blood, that transport food and waste. Then start throwing in the things we eat on a regular basis. Now, would you feed the fish a few pills to fix the problem? No. Though some pills may make you feel better, the problem still hasn't been taken care of. Your health has not improved. You would change the water and keep it clean.
To change the water and bring your blood pH to 7.365, we need to introduce alkalizing foods into your diet that will bring your body into balance and allow you to experience the quality and quantity of life you should. To create this pH balance, your diet should consist of 80% alkalizing foods and no more than 20% acidifying foods. This is a visual diet. You don't need to count calories or fat grams, just look what is on your plate. Now, I want you to think of this change in your diet as a new way of eating, not a fad diet that will change in a week.
Now I know what you're thinking. Dr. Young, my kids hate vegetables. I can't give up that steak. What? No more coffee? No more fast foods? You don't understand my lifestyle, Dr. Young. I cannot prepare all those foods. What can I do? Believe me, I do understand. I counsel people every day, so I know how you feel and I know how difficult this transition is for the average family. No one expects you to change overnight. I have developed a line of nutritional supplements that has helped thousands of people all over the world for many years, and they will be an enormous help to you as you get started. First, let me talk for a minute about hydrating the body. Our world is 70% water and 30% matter, just like we are 70% water and 30% matter. So increasing our hydration is significant. And the reason it's significant because it helps to remove acids that build up through digestion and through the production of energy, as well as maintaining the integrity of our internal fluids, maintains the integrity of the cell. And of course, if we maintain the integrity of the cell, then our cells can operate at that optimal level of energy. Now, how do we do this? We do this by incorporating two foundational products that I developed. One of those products is Super Greens. Super Greens is 49 different organic grasses, sprouted grasses, leaves, and vegetables. And what you do is you take 1 teaspoon and you add that to distilled water. What I would suggest is to also add the prime pH. Now, the prime pH is an alkalizer. What it does is it raises the pH level of any water that you add it to. So you want to add 1 teaspoon of the Super Greens and 16 drops of the prime pH to a liter of water. By adding 3 to 4 liters of Super Greens to your diet each day, your body will become 60 to 80% more alkaline just from drinking this supplement alone. Each liter is equal to approximately 5 pounds of vegetables. So do you see how easy it can be? Then you'll find as you become more alkaline, you'll begin to crave more alkaline foods like broccoli and spinach or cucumbers. And the decision to take your health to the next level at that time is up to you. But just drinking the greens will be a great step in the right direction. I also recommend that you add 2 more of my foundational supplements to your daily routine. The first one is called BioLite. Now, BioLite is an energy supplement. It contains an ingredient called coenzyme Q1. Now this cofactor binds with glucose to take it into the energy cycle, and it's very easy to take. All you do is put a little bit in the dropper and drop 3 to 5 drops right under the tongue, just like this. That's how simple it is. In addition, I recommend my Super Soy Sprouts. Now the soy sprouts is hydroponically grown baby sprouted soy sprouts. It contains in 1 teaspoon 41% protein. So it's an excellent source for protein, plant proteins. For more information on the complete new biology program, please read The pH Miracle, a book my wife Shelley and I wrote, published by AOL Time Warner and reviewed nationally on the CBS Early Show. A complete cookbook Shelley wrote is available. It's appropriately called Back to the House of Health. For those of you interested in trying some very alkaline and very delicious recipes, I recommend you purchase this book. For a deeper scientific explanation of the new biology, you'll want to read my book, Sick and Tired. And a more detailed version of this video presentation is also available. It includes my wife Shelley, where she will explain in detail how to shop, how to transition, and how to cleanse your body. All of this information is available to the person that cared enough about you to give you this presentation. It is mine and Shelley's hope to alkalize and energize the world through people like you who place a high priority on their own health and who care a great deal about helping others. I've enjoyed this time I've had with you, and I look forward to meeting you in the near future.